Welcome to another chair practice where we will start in the chair, do some standing work using the chair for balance, and then back to the chair for our meditation. So if you have a blanket to keep yourself warm at the end, that's always nice. A Pilates ball or a pillow that we can squeeze, and then just have pillows hanging around, or if you have a long bolster, those are always nice. So have kind of your comforts there, as well as a small pillow, and we'll get started. So come to your chair. And ground into it as the feet heavy. Nadi Shodhana visualization, if you wish to take it. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale, focus on the left nostril. Inhale, left nostril focus. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Perhaps pause at the top. And exhale, left. Pause. Inhale, left. Pause. It's safe for you. Exhale, right. And pause. Continue. Find your pace, your degree of pause. This breath is said to balance the hemispheres of the brain. You may notice one nostril's dominant over the other, more clear. See if you can balance that out here. And whenever you're next focused on the left nostril, you inhale, pause the top, and exhale through both nostrils together. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, maybe sigh it out the mouth. Arms reach overhead. Hands palm to palm. Bring them to your heart space. And I greet you here, and namaste. Let those fingertips point toward the earth and roll the shoulders. Add on here and clasp the fingers around the shoulders and perhaps make circles from the elbow. These can be small or large. Perhaps the elbows meet in front of the face. And change directions. Keep those arms up overhead. If you need to adjust a little in your chair, please do so. Then fold onto your lap, roll up through the spine, and reach those arms overhead. Bring those hands through the heart center, and then to your lap, fold, roll up through the spine, and perhaps circle those arms overhead. Hands to heart center, let them return to the lap as you fold, roll up, and lift. Arms reach. Few more rounds. Last time. And then hands come to heart center. And you might widen the feet just slightly here. Whatever's going to feel stable. I like to come more to the edge of my chair. And then bring the hands apart. Just feel the space between your hands. And then from here, turn one palm up, one palm down, and rotate to one side and the other, as if you have a Tai Chi ball. And the hands switch and switch. Perhaps you gaze at the hands as you get some movement, some rotational movement through the spine here. Next time you come to one side, pause. And then come to the opposite side. Pause. And then return to center, hands palm to palm. Lift those toes and bring the toes out to the side and slide the feet along the earth. Lift the toes, bring them out to the side, place the feet down and slide the toes in. So lift, externally rotate, slide the feet in. Lift, externally rotate, slide feet in. Now reverse, slide the feet out, lift, ooh, this is really hard, and bring them down. Slide the feet out, lift, bring them to center, put them down. One more. And let that go. Roll through the shoulders. Sweep those arms up. And then side bend to your left. Come back to center. And side bend right. Feet remain planted here. You may notice one knee will try to kind of come forward. See if you can keep them in alignment, even if that means the bend is smaller. Feet are planted. Notice as if the thighs try to move. Mine are. One more each side. And the arms don't have to be overhead. Come through center and then rotate toward your left as the arms drape down to your side. And then come back to center. Perhaps the arms sweep up. And then change. Come to your right. Sweep the arms up. And your left. Almost like you're rowing a boat. Could even pretend to clasp an oar. That kind of changes the action a little bit, though. A few more. One on each side. Last one. And pause here. So you're probably landed on the right. Not, that's okay. Lengthen through the spine. Keep this rotation here. Perhaps you press the backhand into the chair or clasp the chair with it. Just make sure not to crank on the spine. All about length and rotation that comes from your core. Reach those arms up and rotate to the opposite side and pause. Clasp the chair as you need. And then back toward center. Heel toe, those feet toward your left. That same hand can come to the opposite thigh as you lengthen through the spine, and then rotate again toward the right. Perhaps you open up that same arm. Also stay by your side here. Inhale as that right arm reaches up, and cross it over the other hand. Pause here in this crossed position, great for the brain. Then release the arms and bring yourself back towards center. Let's arch the spine and round. Arch and round. You like this? Last one, arch, open those arms, perhaps reach them up. Only to return them to heart center, and heel toe, those feet toward the right side. Extend through the spine, perhaps the arms even lift, and then rotate toward your left. And see if those knees are in alignment here. Thighs can press together. One more inhale as that left arm reaches and then rotates your body, faces your legs, and cross that arm. And pause here. Just notice yourself in space on this diagonal with the arms crossed. Inhale as the arms open and bring your legs back to center. Reach those arms up or forward onto your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift as you press your hands into your thighs, and then roll down and then roll it back up through the spine as the arms circle overhead. And bring your hands to heart center. Let's take that ball or that pillow between the thighs, just not on the knees. And again, you can be near the edge of your chair here. So a little inner thigh work for us today. Our inner thighs often get weak, and that can lead to a lot of knee instability. Inhale. Exhale, and squeeze your blanket or your pillow or whatever it is you have. And then release. Inhale. And exhale to squeeze. Inhale to release a little. And exhale to squeeze. You like this? Allow your breath to match the movement. When you squeeze, you can imagine your pelvic floor lifts slightly. As you release the ball or pillow a little bit, pelvic floor descends toward your seat. As you press or squeeze that pillow in, so does your pelvic floor lift. And as you release a little, pelvic floor relaxes. Let the belly balloon as you release each time. And squeeze up and in, pelvic floor, belly button up and in as the thighs squeeze in. More time, release. Squeeze. And then take that ball or pillow out. Perhaps bring it up overhead, bring it behind the head if able, and press your head back into your arms or the pillow. And then lift arms up or lift the pillow up overhead and then perhaps drape it to the floor. as you slowly roll up and slide your hands against your own body. And take those hands to the outer thighs. And from here, press the hands into the thighs and the hands press back and release. So press thighs out into hands, hands into thighs and release. Feel like this. Engage the outer legs just to build awareness. A few more. And use that breath to find strength while you also massage your internal organs. 2 more. Last one, press, pause, and let that go. From here, perhaps use a chair, maybe use your own strength of your legs as you ground through the feet and lift yourself up, press the ground away, and come to stand. From here, take a little drink if you need one. You can keep your chair where it is. I'm going to place mine off to the side a little bit just so you can see better. From here, balance work today. Our focus on the feet a little. So let's lift those right set of toes off the earth and make some circles. And you can use the chair to balance or just have it at the ready. And try to hug that outer hip in a little. If you find you're dipping out to the side, is that hip dip there? While you make these circles to find the strength in that supporting leg with a micro bend in the knee and reverse directions of your circles. Then from here, bring that foot in front, flex the ankle, and then point the toes. Just a few like this. This will engage through the front of the leg. And your chair might be here, it might be to your side, wherever it is that it serves you. And then from here, you can sweep that leg out to the side if able, just for a moment to engage that outer thigh again, and then bring the sole of that right foot to the shin, perhaps even the toes touch down, and press the foot into the shin, and the shin isometrically presses back. You could play with your balance here, with or without the chair. Perhaps even those arms reach overhead. Find a point that's not moving and gaze ahead. Bring that knee forward with it bent. Hands could be on the chair here. Make some little circles with the hip. This could be very small. And reverse. And then place that foot down on the earth, about a step in front of the other, and bend through that right knee. Oh, sorry, that left knee. And you'll get into a Achilles stretch on the opposite foot. It's the one that's behind. Both knees are bent here. And then lift yourself back up. The chair is in front of you. Circle those arms overhead. Pour your body forward over the chair. You could always come down as well. Halfway lift, hands press into the chair or into your shins. And then roll up through the spine as the arms circle overhead and back to heart. Let's take this to the opposite side. That left foot lifts, point it, and circle the ankle. And reverse directions. Take that leg in front, flex the foot and point it. Flex and point. So you find that strength in through that right hip this time, so it doesn't jet out. Inner thigh engaged and the outer hip engaged. Notice that left quadricep perhaps. Flex. Point one more time. Flex. Point. Sorry, I got messed up. And then that left leg comes out to the side. See if you can engage the outer hip without, like me, kind of sinking into the opposite side. And then the sole of that extended leg comes to the opposite shin, or toes are down. And find your tree. Arm or arms might reach. One more inhale. And then sweep that knee forward. And then allow that foot to come down, about a step in front of the other, and bend, especially the back knee, but both knees. I'll show you from the side. So we engage through, or stretch, lengthen that right Achilles this time. And then lift up, and if not already there, turn toward that chair. Arms circle up. Forward fold over the chair. Back up if you need. Halfway lift, press into the chair, or hands into shins. And then round through the spine and roll up. Arms reach. And then bring them back to the chair. And from here, that left leg will step forward just slightly and allow those right toes to come off of the earth. So this is our warrior three here. So it might just be, even the toes could be down, or the leg might lift. It might come all the way to parallel. You'll have to play with the location of your chair here, especially if you have long arms and legs. And if you can, you could even come into parallel. That back leg extended. There we go. Hanging onto the chair. Integrate the ribs, so pull them in toward your pubic bone just slightly. Make sure there's a micro bend in that standing leg, and the toes face forward. So our warrior three. So we breathe here, hips face the earth as best we can. Again, that could be here. Inhale and exhale to plant that foot beside the other. The hands can come perhaps to the top of the chair as you halfway lift, and then roll up through the spine. Arms reach. And return to the chair as we step back, or we allow, that left leg to lengthen behind us. You can reach and lift to any degree as we flex through the ankle of the extended leg, or maybe point the toes. So have the point of the ankle, but then the flex of the toes, whatever works here. I don't have enough room to stretch my chair out as far as I want it. Find your strength. One more inhale here, and then exhale to bring your feet side by each. Hands come to the chair, halfway lift, and fold and roll up. Arms may rise. And come in front of the heart. Let's step forward with the left foot. With short stance, warrior one, might have the chair in front of you, might have it off to the side, whatever's going to help you with your balance. When we're inhales, we lengthen the lead leg and fold ourselves over the chair into our forward folding triangle. Did this last class as well. Perhaps you slide those hands down as you hug the outer thighs and inner thighs up and back. And come up part way as you inhale. So spine is nice and long here. See what that feels like. One more inhale and exhale to fold once more. Inhale to come up to any degree, perhaps halfway. And exhale to fold. One more halfway lift. Fold and roll up with use of the chair. Bend that lead leg. And let's see if we can step forward into another tree. That right sole foot comes to the inseam of the standing leg. One more inhale here. And exhale, lengthen that right leg back behind you. And then bring the feet side by each. Back up a bit from your chair as you inhale. And forward fold. Halfway lift, press into that chair, hands and shins. And then roll up again through the spine. Arms reach. And step forward with that right foot this time. Warrior one. Balanced weight. Active contraction in the legs. And inhale as you lengthen the lead leg. Hands come to that chair. Place it where you need it to come down to any degree. And again, pull that right foot back toward your midline, just energetically. Doesn't actually move. And that will help align the hips. As we lift part way, if not already there, see if you can fold a little deeper as long as it feels safe. Again, this little flow, halfway lift. And fold. Two more. Hug those outer thighs in if you're swaying side to side like I was a little bit there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and then roll up through the spine. And just a little kind of lift of that back leg, kind of like a mini warrior three. And then those feet come side by each. And that left foot will now come into the shin or calf of the right leg for tree. More inhale, bring that knee forward, feet side by each, back up as the arms reach up and fold again. Halfway lift, your variation. And allow your spine to roll up. And come to Tadasana, come to stand. And then hands return to heart center. Perhaps you have another little drink. And find your chair. From here, a little core focus. Let's reach those arms up. Then thread that left arm. So I'm mirroring here, left arm underneath the right one. And you might just clasp the shoulders here, even lower on the body if needed. Or take, this is a variation of eagle arms, or take the bind and allow the palms to cross, to come to one another. It looks kind of like this. And inhale to lift through the chest. And exhale to curl. Really use your core here. Have this come more from your lower abdominals. And if this is good for you, you can also take another crossing. Let's take that right leg and cross it over the left one. Inhale to reach the arms, and exhale to curl. We have our eagle abs here. Lift through the heart, lift through the elbows. And flex through the spine as you round. You like this. More time. Lift, round, and then unleash the arms, unleash the legs. Might need to assist them as well. And arms by your sides. Feel through your center here. And if the leg crossing was all right for you, take your left leg across your right one. And your right arm threads underneath the left. And cross those hands if able, or take the shoulders, take the kind of clasp the outsides of the ribs, whatever you can reach, whatever's healthy for you. Also, maybe just have the arms, have the forearms together as well. Inhale to lift, and exhale to curl. And again, you could leave the leg position out. It's great for the brain to be crossed. As part of my rehab for my brain injury, a lot of exercises involved crossing the midline. And I know that yoga had an impact as well as the physio and occupational therapy and vision therapy. Curl here. A few more. Build our body awareness. Last one, curl. Then open up the arms. If you can, release the legs or assist them. Perhaps the arms out in a 60-degree angle. 60. Inhale. And exhale to let that go. One more reach up. Fold over your legs. Hands can press into the thighs for a halfway lift. And exhale to fold and roll up through the spine. Let's roll through the head, rock it side to side. And drop the chin. And bring your head back to center. For meditation today, a chant if you wish. You don't have to take it. You could also visualize it. Visualize this action. If the arms do not move this way, you don't have to chant out loud. You could chant in your head. But it's the sense of, we want to cultivate the sense of compassion for ourselves and sending that out into the world. So with this chant, we bring the hands to heart center and say Sat. We turn the palms out. They come to around where the shoulders are, and we say Kar. And press the palms away, and we say Tar. So it's Sat, Kar, Tar. Sat, Kar, Tar. And this is, from a physical standpoint, great for lymphatic flow because you are moving your arms. So inhale to prepare. And then if you wish, you can follow my lead. Sat, Kar, Tar. Sat, Kar, Tar. Think love and kindness. Sat, Kar, Tar. Send it out. Sat, Kar, Tar. 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 Focus on your brow point. Sat, Kar, Tar. Sat, Kar, Tar. A few more. Sat, car, tar. Send it out there. Sat, car, tar. Sat, car, tar. Last one. Sat, car, tar. Inhale, arms up. Perhaps you pause if able. It's safe for your blood pressure. Then exhale, bring your hands back to the heart center. And find whatever will create comfort in your body, whether that be that bolster under the feet, blanket. Straight over the lap. Any pillows behind the body. You'd rather get out of your chair and you're able to get to the floor, perhaps you take a savasana there. Where's your awareness now? Is it on the past, the future, or the present? Just notice. Let your awareness bring you into presence. Perhaps you begin to move the body. Maybe you roll one shoulder and then the other, alternate, and switch directions. It's good for the brain. We often roll them together. Pause that. Whatever actions you wish here. Or maybe you take your hands into Lotus Mudra, where the pinkies and the outside of the hand come together. And then the outsides of the thumbs come together. And it's like you make a flower shape with your fingers. Perhaps you hold that around the heart space. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. Perhaps bring the palms together. Rub the palms. Cultivated compassion here. Rub your healing hands together as vigorously as you wish. Bring them apart and just feel. Notice sensation or lack of sensation. And take those healing hands where you want to need it most, maybe somewhere around the body that you want to give compassion to. When ready, return your hands palm to palm if it's in your practice. Thank you for joining me today. Satnam. Take your time to get up. We like that practice and live in the Barrie area. I work at Giovanna Wellness, and they offer those sorts of practices. Anita Carr is the owner there. She was trained in India. She's quite a lovely lady. She does yoga nidra at her studio, or nidra, depending on how you pronounce it, and offers various classes there. So hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.